Good morning and welcome back to Coffee with Karma. I took yesterday off because of Christmas, and today is actually going to be a third day of my Christmas marathon where Christmas Eve I made dinner. Yesterday, Christmas Day, I went to my in laws, and today we're going to the extended family, and it should be fun. But I still wanted to give you a with Karma and because it's sort of a light week, I'm continuing my 5 lists, and today I'm going to go over the 5 books that I read this year that really made an impression on me. Because I read 14 books, not as many as I've done some years and more than I've done other years, but I completed 5 books this 14 books this year, and these are my favorite 5 from that list. Thank God for Goodreads because I don't know if I'd remember which ones I'd read. Hi, my name is Carma Spence, and I help entrepreneurs write lead attracting books in 90 days or less. And here are my fave 5 for 2023. The first one is Embrace Your Weird by Felicia Day. I fell in love with this book as I was reading it. I was on fire. This not only is this a great book for helping you jumpstart your creativity, but it's just really well written. I've read her other book, her biography. She's a good writer. She's a good writer, and she's a fantastic actress, and she's just a fun person. At least that's the energy I get from her. I would love to create a course based on this book and co-host it with her, but I'm not connected to her in any way. I've tried. Oh, well. So if you know Felicia Day and you can connect her and she'd be interested in turning this into a course, I'd love to work with her on that. Like, no charge. Like, we could split the proceeds. I don't care. I just think it's fantastic, and this should probably be out as a course in some way because this is a very valuable book. So, there. Book number 2, Belonging to the Brand by Mark Schaefer. Now, I bought this book because I was attempting to build a micro community. That the platform and partner I chose didn't quite pan out for, either of us, so I'm still trying. I still wanna build a community because I really believe that in community, authors can help each other. And sometimes it's hard to find a community in your town that has personalities that mesh with yours. But if you do an online community and it's large enough, you can find a sub community within that larger community. So that's why I really want to build one. But anyway, that's why I bought this book, and it's really well written, but it's not a nuts and bolts book that teaches you how to do it. It just really says it's really more of a book explaining why brands need to do that. And it's really well written, and I got on his list, and the information I've been getting from him has been fantastic. He's really quite a marketing visionary. So if you want an introduction to, um, what it takes to build a community and why it's important, this is a really good book. Um, the 3rd book is actually 2 books. This is a trilogy. My mother gave me actually volume 2 last year, which I read, and I fell in love with it. So this year she gave me volume 1, and read then I purchased volume 3, and that is this series called Through the Eyes of Jesus. And this guy who wrote it, C. Allen Ames, what he claims is that Jesus has been appearing to him and telling him his life story and from his experience, and then told I think it's Carter Allen, told him to start writing it down and turn it into books. And that's what these books are. They're Jesus telling his life story during his mission. In fact, actually, probably during the last maybe few weeks before his passion. And I don't know if it's true or not. The Catholic Church has said that this doesn't go against any of its teachings, so it who knows? But as I was reading this, I really felt like I was hanging out with Jesus. It was really quite powerful for me, and I really enjoyed it. So there you go. Those were great books. Um, and then the 5th book was it's another I every morning I read some spiritual literature. It's just so that's why I tend to finish more spiritual books than any other books because I read that every morning. All my other books I don't read every day. Um, actually, book 3, Through the Eyes of Jesus was actually book 4. Book 3 is Escape from Witch Mountain, which I have just turned my room upside down looking for, and I can't find it. It was a little mass paperback. It had the cover was an image from the movie, but this was the actual book that the movie Escape from Witch Mountain was based on, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was exciting, it was interesting, and what I thought was interesting about it another thing I thought was interesting about it is now in the movie, if you've seen the movie, the 2 children end up sort of partnering with some guy who's driving an RV, and he helps them escape to Witch Mountain. That character doesn't exist in the book. In his place is a priest, and it's the priest who helps the kids escape to Witch Mountain. And there's all these sort of conversations where they have about, well, how do how do you reconcile the powers that these kids have? And then eventually you find out that they're aliens. How do you reconcile that with God? And the way the author rolled that in, it was like it was really quite interesting and quite wonderful, and I was really impressed. I really, really enjoyed that book. My last book, I got introduced to this author, Brant Peter, when I was at my mother's house for her birthday, her 90th birthday in ooh, I shouldn't have said that. Her birthday in, July, and because she watches his videos. And he is a professor who, I guess he's a professor of theology? What do you call him, a theologian? Maybe? And I also read his book, A Case for Jesus. My mom gave me this one and The Case for Jesus for my birthday in August, and I really liked this one because it kind of outlines history and the various ways that Jesus said to connect with God. And I found it very insightful and very interesting. The subtitle is Walking the Path of Prayer with Jesus. So this is not for everyone. It is because he is a professor and he's really bracing it. I mean, he does bring it down to like common language, but what appealed to me is that it's very smart. And I really like intelligent books. I know that maybe maybe that just sounds conceited or something. I really like books that kinda get into the nitty-gritty, the science. I mean, that's why I'm writing The Author Switch. That will be coming out, I believe, in July, and I'm diving into all the psychology of the different causes of writer's block or creative block or a glitch in your author switch. So those are the 5 books out of the 14 that really made an impression on me. I would love to hear what book or books made an impression on you this year. I would like, hey, maybe I'll wanna read it. So, there you go. Those are my 5 fave for 2023. I will see you tomorrow when I will be talking about 5 creative brain breaks. Not ways to break your brain, but ways to give your brain a break. See you tomorrow. This is Carma Spence saying ciao for now.